Welcome everyone. Happy Friday, Juju gang. How is it going? Let me know if my audio is coming in clear. I got kind of a new setup internally with some software today, so I'm really hoping everything is fine. I see the chat flowing in here hot and heavy. I've got the chat box next to my head. Feel free to throw in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. We got a lot to go through today. We'll start with the stock price. 301.96 sitting on Tesla. I mean, it's kind of flirting with going green here, and I'll talk about why that's actually kind of surprising. Hold on one second. Let me just take off the right there. Okay, perfect. And I see a lot of people tuning in here, a lot of familiar faces. Yay, Jeffs, Martin, Crest, Brian, Per Johan, Mimi, how's it going? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, 20,000 subscribers breached finally. Belgium, Oklahoma City, Boise, Idaho, Sweden, of course, from the land. Chadwick, how's it going? Tel Aviv, thank you, Hadouken, appreciate that. Maybe we'll get a wheel to spin soon. Toronto, Barry, ready for Power Hour. Sutherland, Richard, how's it going? Was just on stream with Richard on Farzad's channel. Hadouken, I appreciate that, Barry. Thank you very much. Marcus, Sean, I see so many Juju Gang members in here in the chat. Smelly, Timothy, Australia, Sweden. Man, we got a worldwide audience. And if you're watching here, by the way, if you're watching on replay, throw in the chat as well. I always go back and look at all the amazing cities, countries you guys share in the chat. I'm just gonna go through all these. Kathmandu, wow, shout out Nepal, that's awesome. I love that. Katy, Texas, Chicago, Juju County, of course, Montreal, Mannheim from Germany. We got people from everywhere, folks. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is why it's surprising. I'm going to go to stock talk for a hot second. NASDAQ down 1%. Remember, NASDAQ was gapping down today on FedEx guidance yesterday after hours. FedEx essentially said, look, we're expecting a massive recession. Everything's going to crap, for lack of a better word. Watch out. And FedEx, by the way, I think is down. Hold on. FedEx is down 21% today. FedEx is down 20. Just get that through. Hey, FedEx, come on. Down 21%. Despite that, Tesla, oh, that's not Tesla, this is Granite Shares. I keep on doing this. Hold on. Tesla actually is flirting with going green. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. Maybe we will. Bring the Juju if you can in the chat. And hopefully you got the chat box over there as well. All right. Much love, everyone. Okay, we got a lot of news to cover today. I don't even know where to start. Oh, by the way, for one thing that we're doing for all patrons, channel members over $5 that have access to Discord, I'm going to throw a link in our Discord. If you guys want to come on stream and chat, ask a question. I'm going to try to keep it quick though, like 30-second questions. You don't have to be on for long. Don't worry. Quick questions. And let's see if we can get some community FaceTime. Shout out Farzad for pushing me to do this. I've been meaning to, but I didn't know how to get OBS into StreamYard. And then now virtual camera, Farzad showed me how to do it. Love it. Marco, how's it going? Our awesome mod as well from Amsterdam. Love it. Okay. I'm going to post the link in here for on Discord if the Juju Gang wants to come in. Mark says I saw 288. You scared me. Sorry, that was not. Folks, we're about to go green here. We're running on this news. Happy Friday indeed. Yes. 302.78 sitting on Tesla, just $1 short of going green. I think that'd be quite the bull metric if we went bull signal if we went green today, despite all the news. Remember, I had a video out last week about window dressing. I had thoughts around, okay, well, funds that are looking for relatively outperformers in this quarter, Tesla is a candidate again, because Tesla's had a really strong quarter. Stock price speaking, of course. So looking at that, it would make sense that a lot of the losers, so to speak, of the quarter would get dropped and Tesla would get picked up. And I continue to look at that as part of the reason why we're seeing, when the NASDAQ is down a little bit, we're seeing that Tesla is actually down less than the NASDAQ. Folks, we're about to go green here. 303.15 sitting on Tesla here. 63 cents from going green on the day. Uncle Gene, I see you back on the backstage, but you have to turn on your video if you want to come on. Feel free to get that sorted out. No big deal. 303.32. Actually, if you, I guess coming in with, oh, there he is. Let me know. Take your time, and I'll bring you in when you're ready for the question. Window dressing is real, Martin says. It certainly feels like it as we sit here and we continue see some relative strength in the market here. Alrighty. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up my Chrome here. There we go. We got some news here from Sawyer, of course. Let me just see where that browser even exists in my world. Okay, news. Estimated delivery wait times for new Model Y and 3 orders in China have dropped, and dropped significantly, by the way. Model 3 standard range has now gone down to 1 to 8 weeks from 6 to 10, and the Model 3 performance is now from 1 to 10 weeks. Model Y, pretty much across the board, 1 to 10, 1 to 4 being the shortest for the Model Y standard range. Now, of course, if you're looking at this, you're going, okay, well, demand. Oh, this must be a demand side issue. I think it's probably a combination of a lot of supply, because Tesla, remember, Shanghai is cranking out these cars left, right, and center. So we're seeing a massive amount of that happening. And then I think, of course, towards the end of the quarter, there's a huge push to get a lot of these cars into the hands of people. So I think Shanghai is going to have a record month, whether we like it or not, and pretty excited for that. I'm going to turn off my logo here. Hold on one sec. Brand. How do I delete my logo? Hold on. I don't. There we go. 302.75. I want you guys to see the Tesla ticker at the top. We're almost going green there. $1 short. $1 short. So that's a piece of news that I guess you could point towards and be like, okay, well, it's not going great. Or you could look at this and go, wow, we're in for a massive September. So I guess you could kind of run your narrative, and until we get the numbers on this, it's not really going to make any sense. Farzad, how's it going, my friend? Farzad, I was on his channel this morning. Gracious invite, impromptu, of course. Awesome, folks. I see you backstage. Turn on your camera, Ty. I see you back. Well, I see you at least. No one else does. But feel free to turn on your camera, then I'll bring you on. I get it. I got some messages last week. People were like, Yash, I would go on to ask, or a couple of days ago, to ask Tesla Boomer Mama some questions, but I'm at work and I can't really go on. So I get it. Indeed. Hold on. Let's see here. Look at this. You're already getting in your Tesla closing price guessing in. That's awesome. This is quite early, very early indeed. If I somehow find this and you're able to come on, or you're in your win, I'm not sure. I think that's like superpower. Appreciate that, Vern. Thank you very much. Awesome. 325 Tesla by Christmas. 325 would be what percentage? I mean, $20 up, $22 up from here. So for all intents and purposes, it'd be an 8% move. I mean, yeah, I mean that could easily happen. But if you mean on the Christmas day, who's to say? So Ty, I see you backstage. Do you want me to bring you on without a video? Is that what's happening here? Maybe that's what's happening here. I wonder if I could do like a Dave Ramsey type of radio thing if people don't want to come on camera or something like that. Namaya says, did you see the Northern Lights yet? No, I haven't seen the Northern Lights yet. We're going to Yellowknife middle October. So we'll see. Awesome. 302.30 sitting on Tesla. I'm not going to ask you for the closing price guessing stuff just yet. Okay, let's move on to our next piece of news here, if we can. Let's see here. Another tweet by Sawyer. So this is a Morgan Stanley note update from Adam Jonas. So Adam Jonas recommends investors gain/increase Tesla exposure with conviction. Quote, the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act could almost be too good for Tesla, assuming 10K IRA boost per unit could be worth greater than $30 billion to Tesla. We talked about this. I talked about this on the video that I had highlighting Bradford's Twitter spaces. And we talked about this today on Farzad's channel as well. This is huge. And I'm going to read the Morgan Stanley note here to everyone. Quote, Tesla is a cheap yes, we said that, way to gain exposure to the industrialization of the global battery supply chain. In our opinion, Adam Jonas says, Tesla didn't necessarily need the potential tens of billions of dollars of tax credits implied by the IRA. And moreover, Tesla may be one of the only companies in the world that can open up new gigafactories and generate positive EBITDA right away. Jonas said in a client note. The passage of the Inflation Reduction Act could almost be too good for Tesla, Jonas added. Morgan Stanley estimates that Tesla could make up to 3.1 million EVs in the US by 2030. Anyone else find this still pretty comical how low the number is? 3.1 million EVs in the US by 2030. That's 8 years from now, of course. Quote, assuming 10K IRA boost per unit could be worth greater than 30 billion to the company, nearly a 50% a potential upside to our $65 billion fiscal year 2030 auto EBIT. Despite this, by the way, so Morgan Stanley has an overweight rating and a 383 per share. Despite this, we saw no upgrade, really. This is just a reiteration of their current price target. Maybe it's a wait and see approach. Who knows? But yeah, 383 is his price target. By the way, I might be having Mayor Talker on the channel as well. If you guys are on Twitter, you guys are probably familiar with Mayor's awesome Tesla calculations and return on invested capital, marginal return on invested capital analysis. I'm going to have him on, I think, in October. That's what I'm planning for. So look out for that. That'll be a fun stream to do. Okay, next piece of news. Not really news. A good tweet, though. How profitable is Tesla really? And this is the flow chart from the second quarter 2022 financial reports. Remember, 2022 quarter two was plagued with shutdowns as well, so take that into consideration here. But you can see auto sales is the majority of their revenue here. Most of that, of course, flows into COGS, cost of revenue here. 26% auto sales margin across all things. A very small portion of that is regulatory credits. So 4.2 billion in gross profits last quarter with 15% operating margin, very little in taxes. And then OPEX is actually still pretty low, 1.7 billion, with $700 million of that being R&D and 1 billion of that being SG&A. I see some of you guys and girls are excited for Mayor Talker. Yeah, I'm excited too. I've been trying to get on for since last year, actually. So we shall see. Someone says we're going to close green. As we sit here, 302 sitting on Tesla, essentially. So we'll see. McEwen says, love that Germany battery equipment is coming home. This is an interesting one. So actually, I'll pull it up on my Twitter here because Alex actually talked about this quite nicely. Let me just pull this up here. Pull up my Twitter. By the way, did you guys see Kanye was on CNBC yesterday? Did you guys see that? I think the bottom's confirmed. Let's see here. So there was a bunch of Tesla pausing battery production in Berlin headlines yesterday. But I said everyone's missing the context. This is right when it came out. They're pausing so they can switch to U.S. production given the amount of juicy IRA credits available to them. But I got some really good context from Alex, who I believe is in Berlin or Germany at the very least, I believe, saying, moreover, if true, the delay that the start of the battery production at Giga Berlin might bring will not affect battery supply and thus vehicle production. What is portrayed as negative in the media is actually positive, as it'll bring, of course, like we said, billions to Tesla's bottom line. And then he continued this morning, adding to this thread. According to media reports, Tesla has confirmed not only to continue battery production and the battery factory in Giga Berlin, but also to accelerate its completion. Giga Berlin and Texas are to be ramped in parallel, although the ramp up in Texas is now to be accelerated. The buildup of battery capacity at the Tesla site in Austin, Texas, is also to be accelerated with the personnel from the German plant. If the RBB information is confirmed and correct, the Wall Street Journal article was factually incorrect and misleading. What else is new, I guess, here? So I guess it's hard to say, but there is some sort of shifting of capital here. But it's not to say that it's going to be a big it's not going to be a big change from the strategy already happening. And to be honest, I almost saw the headlines that came out was Tesla kind of like a backlash to the I think the German government or Grunheide government said basically they're going to pause talks on expansion of Giga Berlin for now. And I think that was kind of not in spite, but that was kind of a, oh yeah, we'll take this kind of approach to it. How's it going, Xander? We'll bounce off 304.50 max and close at 369. Rob says, is it confirmed that BYD supplying Tesla with LFP batteries? I believe so. I mean, I think we read that. I don't think I read anything otherwise. If anyone has more context, I think Lee would. By the way, Lee, for Tesla economist Lee, is coming. I'm going to have him back on the channel after FOMC end of month. So it'll be a good way to end the month into into earnings at least. There we go. Awesome. Well, 302.02 sitting on Tesla at the moment. I don't want to say it, but I think we're going to go green during this stream. I don't want to jinx it. Just feels like one of those Fridays to me. Let's go back to our news. So another upgrade of price target here. Deutsche Bank analyst Emmanuel Rosner raised Tesla price target to $400, originally at $375, while maintaining a buy rating. Quote, we view 2023 as a pivotal year in which Tesla continues to grow volume at a high pace, enters new segments with Cybertruck and Semi. Does anyone have Cybertruck? If you have a Cybertruck reservation, drop it in the chats. Just say yes or something. I'm curious to see, because Cybertruck, we were talking about this morning as well on Farzad's channel. I just continue to think Cybertruck is just going to be a monumental change in Tesla's brand, whether we like it or not. I think we're going to start to see a huge pool of people that don't care about EVs, that don't care about Teslas. All of a sudden, when the Cybertruck comes out, let's say mid next year, September of next year, something like that, it's going to be massive. Let me know if you disagree. I just think not only, of course, the sales, the revenue, gross profit, I just think from a culture perspective, from a sentiment perspective, a brand sentiment perspective, and I see everyone in the chat throwing in yes. I don't have one, by the way. My dad does, but I don't. It's going to be massive. So that's part one of his note. Quote, part two says, we continue to view Tesla as one of the most attractive stories in the auto sector, thanks to its pricing power, superior cost structure, strong execution, and having secured supply, and now establishing more meaningful capacity to support considerable growth, reiterating buy. Folks, it's funny. When Tesla starts to run, we're going to see all of these analysts that are sitting on their hands at the moment to come out the wazoo. It's going to happen. When Tesla starts running, Tesla stock that is, we're going to see massive amounts of, this is the way it goes. When any stock crashes, everyone wants to crap on it. When the stock starts showing strength again, massively, let's say, we're going to start to see all these analysts, and they're slowly trickling in here to start trying to get ahead of themselves, because the last thing they want to be is last in their peer group. At least if you're a Tesla bull. Absolutely. Yep. I have two tri-motor. Yes, Cybertruck way back the line. Yeah, my dad's really back of the line as well on that. Yes. Wow, so many yeses. People that I'm super jealous, like people that have like the first batch of Cybertrucks going out, just so jealous. Because if you think about it, you could probably sell, even with Tesla's price update on those Cybertrucks, you it's an instant way to make money. Like if you ever wanted to flip a couple of your reservations after taking delivery, instant money. It's just it's free real estate. Um, Michael says not sure I'll go through with it depending on the final price. That's fair, but what I continue to think in if you were to go ahead and buy it, I think you could flip it day one for whatever Tesla sells it at plus a 15% premium, I think, or something. That's my guess. Um, yes, indeed, indeed. 302.81. Folks, I think we're going to go green. I have a lemon. My dad is definitely last. Actually, it's funny you say that because I think he's actually really close to being last in line. And that's because he ordered it this year. And right after he ordered it, Tesla said, we're not taking any more reservations. Like, he has to be one of the last. It has to be like a world record of being last in line for the Cybertruck. 302.88. We are 99 cents from going green here. 99 cents from going green here. We'll look at actually, yeah, we'll look at options pricing here too. Let me just see. Hold on. Options pricing. Let's take a look at options for next week. So at the money, oh man, I still hate these strikes. I still hate these strikes. The at the money 301.67 strike for next week is selling the call is selling for $8.40. At the money put is selling actually for less. So we're seeing some call bias at the monies. If we go one standard deviation out to I can't even read this. What is this? Okay, if we go one standard deviation out to 1617 delta on the call side, we're at $1.60. That's the 322 strike. So 322. So add about $20. If we go down on the put side to 16 delta, man, I hate this flow here. 16 delta, 17 delta, it's about 283. So it's a little bit less than 20, and that's $1.85. So $1.85 versus $1.60. So it's actually out the money, more put side bias, but at the money, we're seeing a little bit of a discrepancy on calls moving into next week. And I can pull up I'll pull up some options flow as well. By the way, market flow is not looking very hot. That much I will say. Pull that up. Market flow is not looking very hot at all. Crow. This is the market flow. I gotta move my head. Hold on one sec. Move my head. How do I move my head? Hold on. I can't move my head. Whatever. Camera mic just doesn't want me to. Oh, there we go. Okay. So massive put volume or massive put bias, downside bias in paralyzed use of my neck muscles. Yes. So yeah, not looking very hot in terms of options flow at the moment. Not very hot. It is what it is. Now I want to move my head back. Man, it's just yes, I know. I gotta move my neck. So she said. Whatever. My head's staying here for the rest of the stream. Forget it. It's not moving. I'm not gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna even try it at this point. 302 sitting on Tesla here. Reminder, if you're in our Discord, got like 200 something people in our Discord. Someone's got to be not shy enough to come in on stream. Click on the link, come in on stream. Gotta have video though for 30 seconds. Why not? I don't know why the stream's 720 max. Hopefully it's fine. I'm gonna keep nagging until someone in the Juju gang wants to come on video for 30 seconds. That's all I'm asking. Quick question. Don't worry, you'll get off. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Awesome. 301.63 sitting on Tesla. Yeah, I think my head's actually fine here. I think I like it more. This is Stockholm syndrome when you end up liking something that you didn't sign up for just because you can't do anything about it. Because I think that's where we are in life. Oh, so much better. So much better. It was Stockholm syndrome. Okay. What else? We got some more news. So that was an older updated note. Of course, I already went through Morgan Stanley. I'll go through a CNBC video here as well.
It's good to talk to you. Let's kick things off with Apple.
Yeah, hi, Contessa. So Apple is a stock that we own, but I don't feel particularly good about the prospects near term. We do have the chart here. Look at this channel from fall of 2020 through earlier this year. It was really kind of trading within that band. It broke below it, recently retested the bottom of that band, and
hopefully the audio is okay there, right?
Failed. So I would be looking to about 150. I think if it breaks below that level, you could see kind of a swift move lower. So that setup worries me a little bit. And then just from a valuation standpoint, at almost 25 times forward earnings, it hasn't really been this expensive really in the 10 years prior to COVID. And even if earnings expectations stay where they are in the out years, so looking out to 2024, it's still trading at 23 times earnings. So not particularly cheap. And I think the crux of this story really is the slowing consumer. I think it has to create some headwinds for Apple earnings. We saw retail sales today. We know the story about credit card debt continuing to rise, so some stress evident in the consumer there. And we've gotten some warnings on the hardware side, whether it's HP, NVIDIA, Seagate, and iPhone is still 50% of Apple sales. So I think you see some pressure on earnings there. The valuation is where it is. And then I described the chart. So near term, I think there could be more downside.
So I'm hearing you say, Jeff, that you think the shorts are right on Apple. Are they right on Tesla?
Tyler, Tesla's been a stock that I've been wrong about over and over again. So maybe I'm a good contraindicator there. And I'm very familiar with the bear case. The competition is rising. Maybe Elon Musk is distracted. He's doing too many things. The stock is expensive. But I do think there's some good here with Tesla. So 1 year ago, this was a stock trading at 150 times forward earnings. Now it's trading at 57 times forward. So the valuation is clearly better. It's basically as cheap as the stock has ever been. And then it does have a margin advantage.
You heard it there.
Compared to the likes of GM, Ford, some of the old incumbents. But for me, this is a stock that it's very hard to be long, but it's also very hard to be short. I just took a look at the daily standard deviation for Tesla versus the market, and it has 4 times the daily volatility. So it's as dangerous as it gets if you time it wrong.
All right, this is a yes/no question. Microsoft.
Forget about Microsoft. I don't care. I'm going to bring in Richard here on stream. Hold on, let me just make my head here big for a question. And I was talking with Richard today on Farzad's stream. How's it going, Richard?
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. I wanted to be to break the maiden, so here I am.
There you go.
I had a question for you. It appears like the European economies are in worse condition than the U.S. Inflation's higher, and it really appears they're more likely to go into a deeper recession. What impact do you think that will have on Tesla sales?
Great question. I think, on Tesla sale, so the way I look at the entire global market recession is I think the U.S. is going to stand out to be relatively strong in the face of headwinds in the next couple of years. So I almost look at that as an advantage because Tesla, the amount of demand that Tesla has just domestically in the U.S. is going to drive Tesla. It can drive Tesla's growth outside of Europe even. And I was watching, I think it was Lee, Tesla economist, saying how he thinks even if Giga Berlin were to shut down for let's say a little bit of period of time from the gas woes, then it wouldn't really be a big deal because Tesla can continue to manufacture just domestically here. So I look at if the world is going to a recession pretty much everywhere across the board, that the U.S. is probably where the smart money wants to come back to. China has too much, I think, COVID risk outstanding. Europe with inflation and FX risk, even, and gas pipeline risk and all this sort of stuff is almost more dangerous. But I think the US actually, although we'll still have a recession, still some are saying depression, I think it'll be the relatively stronger place for Tesla.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, and thank you for letting me on.
I appreciate your support. Thank you. Thanks, Richard. Awesome. Anyone else? Feel free to come on. I got the link on Discord. Okay, we'll continue. 301.30 sitting on Tesla. Quite the sell-off here. $1. Maybe says Tesla's an expensive car people with money can afford to buy even if inflation is bad and recession hits Europe. I think cost of ownership is a big one in this conversation. If the cost of ownership for EVs is lower, I don't think it necessarily matters. I forget who was making this argument in a research report in the last couple of weeks. But with gas prices as high as they are, labor as short as it is, maintenance costs for ICE cars are through the roof. So I think though you can make an argument that in recession aggregate demand goes down, I think we're going to see a large amount of shifting into electrification this recession. 08, 09 recession wasn't possible, right? Because we didn't really have any EV options back then. So I think the first real EV North America, I would say the Nissan Leaf, wasn't really until 2011, right? So I think this recession is actually going to have quite the accelerating effect for the mission. Depreciation is a big one as well, Dirk. Yeah, exactly. Depreciation was a big reason we moved EV, specifically Tesla, because you account for depreciation on a car and all of a sudden your cost of ownership is like next to nothing compared to a gas car. So yeah. Yeah, so actually there was news today out on Tesla insurance and how Shanghai is actually incentivizing people with to buy Tesla insurance or to buy insurance at the Tesla dealership, and if they do, they get like a 8,001 discount, I believe. Man, I've been on record to say this a while ago. I think if Tesla, so the way I look at Tesla insurance is forget about it being a money printer. Even if Tesla insurance was only used to drive unit vehicle costs up, imagine 2030 comes around. Tesla selling near 20 million cars a year, let's say, hypothetically in this situation, 15 million cars. I don't care, whatever it is, a huge amount of cars, right? And now you ask yourself, as someone that's analyzing the stock, how can Tesla continue to grow substantially from this price point? How can they continue to drive up demand, right? Because at some point there is a ceiling, right? I look at insurance as that huge demand lever into the next leg up. You already have cost of ownership being really high for gas cars, but imagine this. Tesla says, look, you can buy any other car in the market right now, or you can buy Tesla with Tesla insurance. And if you buy Tesla insurance, it'll cost you $50 a month. By the way, you guys know Tesla, I've said here, insurance here for me is like $250 a month. It's stupid. If Tesla were to come out and say, look, Tesla insurance, when you buy a Tesla, exclusive to Tesla, is $75 a month, Yash. Well, now all of a sudden, your cost of owning any car other than the Tesla is through the roof. So I think I look at Tesla insurance, and by the way, they can sell it right at cost, right? Like a loss leader. They can just sell Tesla insurance at what your risk profile level is, plus 1% margin or something just for error. And then they could sell that and use that as a demand lever and make it exclusive to Teslas. 301.20. Retesting debt back down below. I guess we don't have enough juju here. I might have to go run get some. $100 a month, which I thought was expensive. That is cheap. Michael says, I have Tesla insurance that has its pros and cons. By far cheaper for me, saving over 30%. Only negative I see is number of agents and flaky beta score impact on premiums. Yeah, the jury's still out on Tesla insurance and how they're going to handle claims, for sure. That's a big part of it. it's not like that's what I don't necessarily get about Lemonade. And if anyone knows in the chat, let me know. Like, insurance is not all about the cheapest solution with the best app. It's about who can design the risk profile around the data and underwrite to the best of their abilities. Like, who has the best data and who can model that data better than anyone else. With Tesla insurance, it just makes sense to me. With Tesla insurance, they know how many red lights you run. They know how many times you speed past school zones. Like, they know everything that they need to know about you, for better or for worse, by the way. So they can really risk profile you quite easily. Where was the other comment here? Do you think Tesla insurance will ever be able to make it to BC? I laugh because that's how much confidence I have of it ever making it to Canada. Well, BC, I'll say. ICBC has a stranglehold up here. Third party is the only real way that it could have it. And no, I have no confidence in the local province here to get away from their union demands here. No confidence. So, the CCP argument with COVID shutdowns, I think is interesting because I look at the I look at the general landscape of geopolitics between the CCP and the US government, and I see with the shutdowns, like, I think the Chinese government has noticed, look, we really have a lot of the power here. We really have a lot of the power here. We can do whatever we want with shutdowns, and the whole world essentially suffers from it. You see what happens to the stock market if Shanghai were to go to lockdown, right? So I think they realize, like, the power that they have, of course, with supply chains. So I look at the Inflation Reduction Act as a funny way to basically come back and say, look, bring production domestic, because we can control, of course, domestic production here. We're not reliant on really anyone else here. Do what we want. No, shutdowns are not shutdowns. We're in control of it. So I think in that respect, that's the only real way I look at it, as an inflation reduction. 301.12 sitting on Tesla here. Let's see here. We should play we gotta play our Tesla closing price guessing game. Should we play that now, or should we wait 5 minutes and play that? Should we wait? We'll wait. We'll wait 5 minutes just in case we get too many too many comments, to be honest. Raptor just sent me this on our Gang Discord. Pull it up here. Someone tweeted, he knows the next stage. Yeah, so if you guys didn't see this, Elon tweeted a major Fed rate hike risks deflation. Corey replied saying, what should the Fed do? And he said, drop 25 basis points. And so what is this? So Tesla, accumulation, markup, distribution. Are we saying accumulation is coming up next again here? Is that the implication? For what it's worth, by the way, and we talked about this today, I think the interesting part with Elon, with Elon here is if the Twitter deal doesn't go through, or he pays a breakup fee and he just walks or something. I mean, it's hard to project, but he could start buying Tesla hand over fist the next day. He would know, of course, before he starts buying it. But we look at insider trading. I think we know, generally speaking, why he sold. It's his money. He wants to buy Twitter, whether I agree with it or not doesn't really matter. So we need a hot take, wrong answers only segment. Should we do that now? Okay, wrong answers only. Where should the next Tesla gigafactory be? Wrong answers only. Throw it in. And then after that, we'll do our Tesla closing price guessing game. Oh, it's super cool, Jeffrey. Huh, interesting. Wrong answers only. Okay, let's pull some up. Tel Aviv. I guess probably too small for that. Mars, North Korea, Hawaii. We talked about Hawaii. Did we do this one? India. Actually, I don't think India is a terrible idea, although their grid system just needs some help. Mexico. Ford enters the chat. Detroit. Okay, this one is wrong answers only. I totally get it with all the union stuff, but how cool would it be if Tesla could re-engineer Michigan culture, car culture? Germany. Mars, Antarctica, Iceland, Hawaii. Kansas, Gary, Indianapolis, or sorry, Indiana. Why did I say Indianapolis? I feel like this is a very specific context that I'm not getting here. Russia, the Falkland Islands, Hawaii again, Detroit, Martha's Vineyard, Australia or Tasmania. I think that's a good one. Jamaica. I kind of want to, actually really want to go to Jamaica. It's on my list as well. Nepal. What's a good one here? Pyongyang. What's one that we haven't heard here? It's a good one. Did this already? Did we do this already? Shows you my memory. Some of these I can't read out. Oh, I guess you guys see all of the chats up there. Lucid enters the chat on this one. Zimbabwe, says Marco. Digital says tuning in from Quebec today. That very well could be the next Giga location. Very well could be. Nunavut, Lucas. Shout out to Lucas for the Nunavut shout out. Hashtag Canuck. Vancouver Island. I would love that, actually. That'd be kind of dope. I said wrong answers only. Yeah. Man, so many answers here. Sudan. Timbuktu. Mar-a-Lago. Yellowstone. All the chats here. I can't even keep up. Every time I scroll down, it's like 9 more chats here. Who do I give to the winner? Who's the winner on this one? The city of Atlantis. That's a good one, actually. I don't know who wins that one. Who won last time on that one? I actually have no idea. But you know what we'll do now? We will have a winner for this segment. Throw in your Tesla closing price guess in the chat. Remember, one guess per person. One guess per person. You have to guess at or under the stock price to win. Remember, Price is Right rules that way. If you guess over by even a penny, you can't win. Virtual Juju is the prize, of course, which I'll throw to through the camera. So start guessing now. Remember, one guess per person. I'm going to throw in my guess in the chat as well. I'm going to throw in my guess. Remember, it is quad witching today. It is options expiration. How could I not go? Oh, whoops. Did I throw that in the chat yet? No. How could I not go with 301 penny? Threw it in the chat. That's my guess. $300 and a penny. A penny in case someone just guessed 300 and beat me. That's my guess. It's options expiration today, folks. It's going to be wild in terms of closing. We have 15 minutes left here. Volume is going to, I think, start to get hot and heavy here. We're at 54 million shares traded. If not, the closing costs will be heavy, regardless. SK said I copied him. Okay, if I win, I'll let you win. How about that? That'd be kind of lame, right? I've always said that if I end up winning my own contest. Adam says the only way this goes green is if you go sleeveless. Not possible today. I am very hot. I am wearing the Juju Gang sweater though. Hashtag nicejuju.com. Merch in the chat. Use coupon code Juju for 10% off. Hope that coupon still works. Are people really 302 cents? This is the problem. You have to be the last person to guess to win this thing. Waxing hands. That's kind of weird. I have had problems with like dry skin this summer. Never been a problem in my life, but a lot of my fingertips have been going like ultra dry. TMI, $300 and $301.30 sitting on Tesla here. Are there any catalysts coming up in the next week? So there's always that big catalyst potential of S&P credit upgrade. Okay, that could happen literally today. That could happen literally in 8 months. That could happen literally 2 years, right? For all intents and purposes. That one kind of looms. AI day 2, yep, that happens towards the end of the year. DJ says, yep, or end of the month, end of the year. I'm already there. AI day 2. I struggle with. I wonder how much of a catalyst that is to the stock. If we're talking explicitly on the stock price, could I see a run up? I don't know. Again, I look at Tesla events as something that Wall Street is not gonna get anyway. So look at Battery Day, right? But window dressing, I think window dressing is a big one. Thanks, Tim. I think window dressing is a big one. I think we're already seeing that today. As Xander brings up a good point, Wednesday's FOMC minutes or FOMC meeting. So, I think the minutes will come out a couple weeks after that. But yeah, we'll get a decision with rate hikes. I'm thinking 75 basis points is probably what's baked in already. What else? Q3 delivery numbers. That's not going to happen until October. Nothing here imminent. What else are you guys saying here? When did I hit 20K? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. What do you think will be the catalyst that gets us to all-time highs? Q4 results, IRA margins, or Fed pivot? Combination of all the above. Look, I think Q4 results are going to be huge. Very well, we're looking at a quarter where Tesla is eyeing 500,000 potentially deliveries in the quarter. We're talking substantial volume from Berlin and Austin, all things if they stay the way that they are right now. I think Q3 results are going to be great. I still think. But Q4 results I think are going to be on the next level. And if you look at annualizing that out, that's when we really get into I think a step change. I think even this quarter, by the way, could potentially be that quarter where Wall Street kind of sees the light. But I still think EPS, and Matt Smith from Good Soil had a great tweet out on this actually. Let me actually pull it up. I thought it was an awesome tweet. Let me pull it up here with EPS and PEG. That's the exact way I kind of look at. That's kind of the exact way I look at the market at the moment. Here, let me pull this up. Tax deferral right here. So if you're ever wondering, okay, is Tesla cheap? Is Tesla expensive in the stock price wise? Matt does a great job in this thread. I'm gonna bring it out here. What is up with my Tesla ticker? Hold on one sec. You guys got to see the stock price live. What kind of stream would it be if you wouldn't? Okay. So Matt says, you can follow him on Twitter as well. Goodsell has been doing something of a deep dive into macro and Tesla's valuation relative to mega cap peers. The table below shows US-based companies with a market cap of over 400 billion, sorted by PE ratio. So you can see here on the PE ratio basis, trailing PE that is, Tesla is the second highest, right? But if you look at the forward PE, meaning 2023 fiscal year, and this is street numbers, this is not Matt's numbers, Tesla's trading at a 50 forward PE, right? Matt says, no surprise, Tesla ranks high on this list as it's something of an indication that it may be overvalued, which is market views, of course, not his, relative to peers. In a tough macro environment, it does make sense that all multiples will be compressed, but growth ones especially. Remember, longer duration stuff is going to be suppressed. But check this out. To normalize for the differences in these companies, it is really better to use the PEG ratio. Remember, we talked about the PEG ratio a lot, which is just the PE divided by the EPS growth estimates. By this measure, both Tesla and Amazon look suddenly relatively cheap. So adding a column here on this chart, you'll see PEG ratio for Tesla is 0.9. Remember, anything under 1 for a PEG ratio is undervalued. 1 is fair valued. And anything over 1 is overvalued if you want to go there, right? So Tesla 0.9. But wait, there's more. However, for Amazon, this appears to be something of an anomaly in estimates of 2023 fiscal year. When you go out next year to 2024, Tesla is far and away the cheapest mega cap, at least according to the PEG ratio. So if you look at the PEG ratio for 2024 fiscal year, Tesla's at 1.1, Amazon's at 1.4. The only thing that really comes close to Tesla is Visa at 1.3 PEG, and then Alphabet, which is Google, at 1.3. I quite like Google as well. I think Google is going to kill it in the next couple of years. Anyways, I digress. Oh crap! What did I click? Okay, here. Matt says, yet even at these quote cheap value metrics, assume laughably low in our estimation EPS estimates of $7.80 and $9.35 for 2023 and 2024. If Tesla posts something like a $10 EPS for next year, the PE drops to just 30 at the current share price. We suspect the market is hesitant to assume Tesla can maintain both its spectacular margins and its top line growth rate over the next few years. Ultimately, we believe the fundamentals will win out, and this is why we remain very bullish. The company, not financial advice, to your own research, says Matt. Great way to put it for the thread. That's the exact way I look at it is growth wise. Oh, wow. What happened here? 302.95. Folks, we're rallying here. Okay, who's eating the juju? Who's eating the juju? I think we're at 303. Folks, here comes the volume. Okay. Remember, Hive Day is 303.57. We're just 40 cents away here. Volume's coming in hot and heavy. I guess Matt's tweet did that. Yeah, the energy side is a big one as well, for sure. All right, folks, here it comes. Brian says, are you worried about people delaying their deliveries because of tax credit affecting Q4 short term? No, because I think people that buy Teslas today can flip them day one for a profit, and I think that keeps the incentive in line. And also remember, Tesla just has such a big demand backlog already that I think there's going to be suitors for all of their cars. 302.89 sitting on Tesla here. Must be Elon. Wear the Juju hat? Where's my bucket hat? You guys think if I wear the bucket hat, we go green? Should I go get the bucket hat? Yes or no? Throw in the chat. If I get one yes, I'll go. 303.06 sitting on Tesla. Let's see which person says go. Yeah, says yes. The delay comes in. Okay. All right. Oh, crap. All right. Bucket hat's on. Let's enable green mode. I don't know, folks. Hopefully this works. I really got to make up the fact that I don't have an orange with me on stream today. Okay. Someone says, hey, Gilligan. I'll take it. Okay. 303. Oh, hold on. Here it comes. 303.60. New high day here. Oh. Hold on. Here. Oh, it's really flirting with going green. Even if it touches green, we win, right? Because it's working apparently. Put the hat on tighter. I can't put it on too tight. My head's too small. Might crack my head open, to be honest. I don't know how. Folks, let's go green. Even if we finish green a little bit for the day, I consider that a win, to be honest. By the way, certain levels that I'm looking at here, we're past it. I mean, the 200-day moving average, if anyone cared about the 200-day moving average anymore, that's at 293. It's kind of in the wind in the past. And then 300 was yesterday or 2 days ago on when Alexandra was on stream. I was like, if we can finish above 300, I'll be happy. What's options order flow? We'll go through that here in a second, actually. Peter says Tesla forbids you from selling your car at least a year if you're permanently branded, from what I know in Canada. I don't think it's Tesla, but I think if you claim EV rebates, then yes, you get your rebates revoked. But I don't think Tesla does. Shrink my head. I already have such a small head. I already get made fun of it. For it. So wear the leather and the straps in the water. I got a coffee mug. That works. All right, 303.37. Come on, folks. Someone eat a slice of juju or something. I just need to see just a peak of green today. Just a peak of green. Someone says move it to the side. Thanks for joining me here today. By the way, we got Juju on Juju today. It's a little bit excessive. I will give you that. Thanks for joining me. You guys could be anywhere on a Friday, and yet you're here with me talking Tesla. And by the way, the dog wants to say hi too. Hold on. Oh, go look at the camera. Want to say something? Do you want to say anything? 303.30 sitting on Tesla here. Dog sitting. She just loves coming in, saying hi, leaving, a couple licks later, walk away, sit under the fan, say sausages. Oh, shouldn't have said that. She's back. She's back. 303.33. Man, we are really flirting with this. We got 3 minutes left here. It's going to be a photo finish. See what happens here. I have no idea. Where's Dave Lee when we need him to stare at the stock price? Who remembers that? Does lemon water count? Yes, lemon water counts for sure. Yeah, she's really cute. She's a lab mix. I'm just dog sitting for a friend. So unfortunately, she'll be gone on Sunday back to home, but we love her. She's the dog that really turned Abby into a dog person. Otherwise, Abby really wasn't a dog person. She never really grew up around dogs and stuff like that. But yeah, look at Farzad trying to sneak in a little late guess here. 303.69. This is an unfair advantage. Coming in this late, throwing your guess. If you win, I'm reducing your blueberry count to 1. 303.33 sitting on Tesla here. I wish I could show you the camera. She's just on her belly or on her back wanting belly rubs. Oh, any options needing closing? Boyle, thank you. Thank you for that. I don't think so. I haven't been buying shorter term stuff. No, I think we're good. Okay, 303. Oh, folks, I'm feeling a hot and heavy finish. By the way, I mean, 303.70 is the high day. Even if we close near this, like this is pretty strong going into the weekend here. So over 300 looks like for sure we're going to close above. So exactly. For that smart though, he knows if he comes in a little bit late, sneaks in, throws a guess in, you know, odds go I should really have a cutoff time. And to be honest, it's mostly my fault because I should have like some sort of a place where you guys can put in your guesses. Like YouTube needs to have this as an option. Someone tweet YouTube with this, like throw in some sort of a form. What did I say? Mimi says, I'm happy with 300 plus. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Okay. We got 30 seconds left here for quad witching. 303.32, 43 cents away from going green. The options order flow, I will pull up now to find out where we sit for next week as we head into next week. Let me pull this up. Wow. Come on. I don't know if we're going to hit 30 cents over here. Maybe after hours. We got 7 seconds left here until close. The options order flow, for all intents and purposes, is a big fat nothing burger. Really close. We edged on it, but unfortunately not. 303.22. Still a really good, awesome close. I will say, like, really strong close, finishing near high of day here. Oh, sorry, just updated here. 303.35 is the winner for the day. And look at the volume on the last candle. The last 1 minute candle had volume of 20. Wait, is that right? 23 million shares, 23.6 million shares traded on the last minute volume, or last minute candle, I should say. So we finished on the day at 81 million shares traded. Holy cow. Okay, so 303. Really only one person guessed in the 303s. Hold on, that's impossible. Dirk was really close. He said, I'm early as usual, 303.69. That was like way early, right? But hold on. Okay, no. More people guessed. Sorry, it just wasn't loading for me. Real Futurist thinks he won. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to go through them right now. Okay, apparently I got... so Simon guessed 303.25. So 10 cents off here, Simon. Harold guessed 303.80. That's over. Price is Right rules disqualifies you there. Tommy guessed 303.69. Nice. Digital 303.03. A bit of a tongue twister there. Dirk over again. Adwick over 68. Who else? Actually, Sachin may be close as well. 303.33. Hold on. Is that our winner for the day? Real Futurist was saying that he won. Let me see what you guessed. Maybe it's not popping up here for me. 1 second. Any mods help me out here? It's so hard. It's so hard to really manage this game, like, to be honest, without a form. It is my fault, I will say. Real Futurist, I guess 303.86. A little bit over there. I think. Wait, Hadouken always knows the winner. What did Hadouken say? Where is Hadouken in the chat here? Nemo Toss 666 is our winner today with a first guess of 303.33. Also, Sachin. I guess they both tied for the day. Nemu. I can't find that chat for some reason. The Nemu. Let me try to find it. For some reason I can't find it, but Hadouken always knows the winner. Appreciate your work there. Hold on, actually. Folks, this is a gong show. Like every time you guys just love watching this train wreck here. All of the rally cats killed it for me. So I think the winner is Nemo tie and also Sachin. I think they tied it up. 303.33. Nemu. I think they tied it up on this. Now everyone wants to say that they guessed it. There we go. Well, congrats. I'll send some virtual GG your way, folks. Well, I will say, awesome close, right? Awesome close for the day. Wasn't green. You know, you can't win them all, folks. The NASDAQ was down 60 basis points. Tesla was down 13 basis points. So really just kind of flat on the day. I will take it on the day. Remember, on the day, FedEx is down 21%, re-rating of the market for a lot of stocks. I would say pretty strong close. The options order flow, in case you care enough about it, it's a big fat nothing burger. Oh, Sean just sent me a photo. I want to ask Sean, can I share that on stream? Sean sent me a photo of him wearing the GG Gang bucket hat. Ask him first. But I would say like an overall pretty good close on the market. Now remember FOMC next week that we're going to be talking about. We got perhaps S&P Moody's upgrade potentially coming up here. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I wouldn't really bank on it, but you guys know how it goes. Whenever I end a stream early, there's some sort of breaking news that comes up. Rich just said we survived a macro down week for sure. Absolutely. And Merlin also guessed 303.33. Everyone guessed 303.33. Oh, Sean gave me permission. Oh, hold on. I got to zoom out here. Shout out Sean. Juju Gang member, rocking his Juju Gang bucket hat. Folks, tweet me. I have no way of knowing if anyone that buys the merch is wearing it or what your names are. With the merch software, it's all private. Like, so if you buy something, your address is private. I don't get any of that information. So if you buy it, look how solid that looks. If you buy it, feel free to tweet at me with a photo. I'll retweet it. I appreciate all you guys' support. Nicejuju.com if you care enough to want to buy one. Hey, Andrew just tweeted me some sort of a Forms Excel spreadsheet. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you. Awesome. Much love. Appreciate the community so much. Thanks so much for joining me on another Friday awesome stream to end the week. Remember, put away your technology, phones, cell phones, laptops. Go spend some time with family. Go out. Like, have an excuse to go out. Live your life. Don't be thinking about money, finances, stuff that often stresses out so much. Hopefully it doesn't. Go recharge, whatever you need to do to increase your mental health. I say it every Friday. Hopefully it rings true with at least one person. The glasses do not come with the bucket hat, unfortunately. Much love. Okay, take care. And for all new Juju Gang members, all new patron subscribers, $5 a month is what it costs if you want to support the channel. It helps. Thank you so much. Make sure to connect on Discord. I know a lot of patrons don't connect on Discord. Go to your patron settings, connect Discord in, join us in there. We have an awesome group of positive, happy people in there. And we pretty much talk Tesla probably way too much. Awesome. Much love, everyone. Take care. Options is a big fat nothing burger. I wouldn't worry about it. Take care. hit subscribe on your way out. Why not? Take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Yes, you're signing off. Peace. Take care. And thanks to all the mods as well. I will say, for all the spam work that you guys do. Appreciate it. Take care, guys. Peace.